you, a lot of people ask you. But why did you put that? Was it traveling? Was it some family member who was in IFS? What was the inspiration?
I think it was a lot of things. It's very tough to say like
Yeah.
in a few lines. But mostly I'd say that even before this, I was traveling throughout India because my father was in the army. So
Yes.
I think I always had a very pan-India identity. I always wanted to represent entire India. And I could not imagine myself in one particular state or district. I always wanted a very thorough in full India outlook. So that was one thing about this service. Then, as I said, a service which lets you travel and not just travel but experience so many different lives in just one life. I
Hmm.
mean, you see how different people live, and it is like living a new life altogether.
Hmm.
For example, in Africa, in France, it's so different, and you get to experience all that in your single life, and at the same time, helping people of your own country. Because
Hmm.
moving out abroad is one thing, but going abroad to help the people of your country is something completely different.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
makes you represent, it gives you a lot of responsibility, which I would usually say this line, but I never felt this line, the responsibility you hold when you're representing India. But
Yeah.
this time when I went to Nepal, that time I felt it actually, that everything you say, everything you speak about is something that you're directly representing your country. So you always have to be very mindful about what you say, what you do, what you wear, everything. So that is a huge responsibility.
Yeah.
And also, I think there is a huge notion that, I mean, people don't really know about the services that much, how IFS is helpful for the country. But I think IFS as a service is doing a great job, because every little thing, every investment, every every negotiation, everything requires an international approach, and more today than before, because most of the investments have a foreign hand here in India. A lot of foreign companies are investing, a lot of countries are investing. So a lot of things, and uh, I think the time is running out. But one thing is that the culture, like Indian culture, that goes out.
Hmm.
What image the people of foreign countries hold of India, that is in your hands. How much you can actually, how much you can make India a bigger and better version of itself in front of the international fora.
Hmm.
So that is also one thing.